A very good Tuesday morning to you. You are watching Y254 channel, and this is Why in the Morning show. We do this every day from 7 to 10 o'clock. Today is Entrepreneurship Tuesday, and I hope you did catch that interview with one King and Barry Moses. But with me in studio today, I have one Kevin Faraji, CEO of FK Media International. He's a media producer and he's also a musician. Can you believe it? So if you do want to participate in the conversation, just slide into our DM. The number is 22162. Start with YM254. On Twitter, we're at Y254 channel. The hashtag is Why in the Morning. And on Facebook, we're at Y254 TV. So let's say hello to the CEO.
And actually on Instagram also it's Ni Faraji.
All right, Ni Faraji. Karibu sana studio.
Thanks.
Uko fiti kabisa.
Thank you so much. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you one more time.
Yes.
Media producer, presenter mwenyewe. Give us a bit of background.
Yeah, presenter.
Yes.
I'm a producer.
Yes, everything. Give us the background.
Basically the media life lianza the year 2010. So you're counting how many years right now? 8 years.
8 years, yes.
8 years in the game. Started back at GBS as a presenter, producer, director. Then 3 years. Then I resigned. I worked with Africa 24 Media, the one by Salim Amin. There we were mostly doing documentaries and feature stories. And then I left. I was working again from 2015 for the former Nairobi County governor's office as a media producer. So I was in charge of...
Mention his name, don't be that
Dr.
way.
Evans Kidero.
Yes.
The former governor, yes. So I was a media producer there. So I was to take care of the photography, videography, media segment, make sure that when we go somewhere and probably you guys were not there, to make sure the news gets to you in terms of the content, video, photography, probably the press statement. Yeah.
Tell me about Nairobi on the Move.
Oh,
yes.
So Nairobi on the Move. Nairobi on the Move was a documentary that that I actually personally did, from literally everything, from camera work to editing to the production. And Nairobi on the Move, it was explaining more about what happened in the first year. The inception of the county governments after the devolved system of governance, Zilianza, of course, the first governor, Dr. Evans Kidero. So I was charged at least to tell the Kenyans that, yeah, this has been the challenges that this man found, and these are the things he managed to do. And it actually ran on the KTN for like 2 weeks during the campaign.
Okay, that's amazing. Yes. Now that you've decided to delve into music as well, let's just understand, what did you study before even you became this media producer? Because people at home are like, our population is the young people. They want to know, what do I need to study if I want to be like Kevin? Tell me, what did you study and why?
Okay, your question, that question has 2 dimensions. For you to be a media producer, I think you need to just study media and probably go to MMU, these media universities. But then for me it was different. I had the passion for media. When I was a kid, I used to see there was this Badi Muksin, and I always told mom, I want to be like that person.
So you did have somebody you were looking up to.
Exactly. I loved everything about media from when I was a kid. I just loved Catherine Kasavuli coming on TV.
Also liked Catherine.
Yes, so from back at New Tieno back then, it was really, really awesome. And how people used to go and get news. It was just exciting for me. But then, so when I finished high school, well, I didn't get those very big grades. So my mom was like, you're not doing media because media is crowded and you're going to have a lot of competition there before you get a job. It's going to really, really be hard. So you go do community. First of all, I was told to do teaching. Then
you were told to teach?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I imagined me. Me. Be a teacher. Dead. So I told my mom, that's not even happening. I just can't. I really can't. So I decided. And then I was told to do human resource management. My idea of human resource management was ule mtu ataka kwa ofisi kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni. That only made me decide, no, I'm not doing it. Because I'm not that kind of a person.
So you didn't like the whole routine thing?
I hate it. Not
Which
even,
is
I
good
don't,
because
I don't like it.
Because our topic for today, when it comes to you, is employee vis-a-vis employer.
Yeah.
So when did you even found this FK Media International?
So now, after the campaigns, I thought I decided, am I going back to employment? I said no. I think I've kind of gathered enough experience, and probably one or two things around that I can actually start my own my own brand. I mean, probably my own brand. I'm going to push it. My kids are going to follow after that.
Amazing.
They'll have it. So I thought, yeah, just start it. It's really hard. It's scary. Because
breaking away from employment to becoming an employee.
Yeah, at some point you are under salary every month. Unajua utenda pale
upate pesa
akuje. But now this time you are the one who decides. You sleep in the house, you don't get money. Yeah, you wake up, you go out there, hustle, get clients, get your job out there, get people to know what you're doing. Yeah, and people start believing in your work. Start going, thanks.
Kidogo hivi unajikuta kwa governor's office.
Yeah, sisi sasa.
That's good. That's good. So now, when you decided to break away from employment, what can you say are some of the do's and don'ts? When that uncertainty, when people are leaving
employment,
and they want to venture and become entrepreneurs themselves, how did you deal with that? What are some of the do's and don'ts? What are some of the lessons that you learned?
I think one of the few lessons that I learned is the initiative starts with you. Every initiative, I mean, there's no one who's going to be there to jumpstart you, to always ask you, why did you come to work late? Why didn't you come to work today? There's no one who's going to do that. You have to ask yourself that, why am I not waking up early?
You're your own boss.
You're your own boss. So you don't work, you don't eat. It's as simple as that. So one thing is, the initiative always starts with you. Then you have to be the one to push yourself. You have to be extra disciplined with time, because again, now you have the freedom of time. No one is there to push you, to tell you go here. Now it's you to tell yourself. So now you have to literally plan yourself very well. Today I'm going to do this. You wake up on Monday, and actually on Sunday, this is how I do it. On Sunday evening after church, I always don't want to have a lot of things. In the afternoon, I'll go home. In the evening, and probably just start reflecting over the next week in terms of tomorrow and Monday. I have this work that is still pending, and this and this and this and this. The same time, I need to get this and this and this and this done. So by the time I'm getting to Monday,
you're on the move.
I've taken a stock. I take my stock on Sunday and plan for the whole week.
So what I'm getting from you is discipline is key.
Very key.
Okay, for me, I'm a fan of politics, so I would like to understand, now that you've been in the governor's office, how has the government helped you as a young entrepreneur in this country? Is there anything they need to change? Was it easy for you to start up your own company, and was it easy for you to be able to grow yourself based on how the country is run?
Nikifikiria vizuri, I don't think it's really easy. I've come to realize that the only thing the government can help me with as an entrepreneur is to make the environment conducive for me to work. It's not going to give me money. It's not going to get me business.
So is the environment conducive?
So now the environment, again, of course, with all these pressures, at least for now we can say it's conducive. We don't have the political the political world is not really heated up, unlike it was during the year 2017.
Yes.
You know, when it's heated up like that, then the entrepreneurs, the people in the businesses, you really can't, you can't work. You can't work, as in, right? At least this year we're having so many things to do, because so many things didn't happen last year. So right now, at least you have people calling you for projects, because most companies kind of put a lot of things on hold. They're like, you go to a company that, I can do this for you. They tell you, right now, with all these election things, we are kind of uncertain. So let us wait until things cool off, and then we will call you. Okay. So imagine last year there are people who didn't have work for months, because the languages in every company, all clients, kuna siasa bado, tungoje. So now so the only thing the government can help the citizens with is create a conducive environment. Make sure there's peace. Yes, make sure there's peace. Those things like I don't think
the demolitions,
demolition stuff, in kind of a way, it starts scaring investors away. People thinking, you know, now we are not even sure if the documents you have are really legit or not.
Speaking of documentation, how easy was it for you to obtain your documents, and how long did it take? Because most young people don't even know the procedure of forming their own company. So we'd like to understand.
I think right now it's quite easy with e-government stuff. Those you can apply you can do a lot of paperwork via internet. So I think it's not really as hard as it was Kitambo, where you had to go to
So how long did it take you yourself?
I mean, a few months, probably. I think 4
months to get all set up.
4, 5 EV.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. With all this technology, with e-government, you know, all that, it's a bit easier things. I think on that one, I'll recommend the government. They really tried on that one.
They've tried.
They've done a good job.
Okay, there's a side of you that I don't want to downplay. So where did the music come in all this? Yeah.
Music. Just what I told you last time.
Gospel music for that matter.
Gospel music for that matter. I'm a born-again Christian. I'm actually a minister, a worship minister.
I see.
Yes.
So you're still a teacher in a different way.
It's like this thing was the helper. And apparently, most of my relatives, like my uncles, I think kwa familia yetu kuna walimu wengi than any other profession. Wako wengi. So I think it runs in the blood.
But we digress. However, continue.
Exactly. So no, music for me has always been a passion. From Kitambo. It has always been a passion. So when I started now running my own company, that was now last year September. Yes. I thought it was very important that I should also push it both in terms of my music and my own company. In a way, I mean, I think one helps the other, one boosts the other.
So do you produce your own music? Because now you're a media producer yourself, do you record your own music? Yeah, I'm just wondering. So how do you do it?
Okay, now for the audio part, I know a good sound. I would not probably tell you how it's supposed to be to go, but I know a good sound. But for the video part, most of the video producers I've worked with, they say you're a really hard person to work. So sometimes actually the producer, I don't produce my own videos. That's one thing again about professionalism. Okay. I'll produce for other clients.
But you won't produce your own?
Oh, no.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like my past 2 videos, music videos, it's one Papa Emile who produced. Yes. He's in charge of making sure everything runs. He actually creates the idea. The music video that we actually drop into today in the evening, Ali come through. Yes. I worked with Royal State Pictures. Really great people. I mean, those guys do a great job. In fact,
you want to talk about this Ali come through. I hear the clip is very much ready. So can we have a look so that we can discuss it?
Okay.
Nairobi, the most intelligent city in Africa, is within 4 hours of any African major city and 8 hours to any major world city. The city in the sun is Kenya's capital and home to more than 100 international companies and organizations.
What I like about Nairobi is the beauty of Nairobi itself, the natural beauty, especially the monuments in the town, the city center. And also I like the park because I think it's the only city that has this beautiful park in the central, of the city.
The adoption of the new constitution and the devolved system of governance has seen a lot of changes being realized in Nairobi City County under the able leadership of Governor Evans Kidero.
Devolution is a good concept because in the beginning there used to be scramble for power because the one who controlled the power at that time, many people would worship him and they get favors at the expense of others.
2.5 years down the line, the governor unveiled the new city master plan. Better health for all has been a top priority for the county government of Nairobi, having 27% of our annual budget of 31 billion shillings being allocated to the sector.
With the devolution, the Dagoretti Sub-District Hospital came under the Nairobi County, under the management of Nairobi County. Then from the year 2014, the management then, together with the support of the Nairobi County, began a maternity wing. Since then, we've been seeing patients, maternity and inpatient services, and the OPD services.
Amazing, amazing work over there, Faraji. I can't believe it. This took you 2.5 years to make.
Yes, 2.5 years. I had to zunguka Nairobi, like Mutwini Hospital, go to almost all the health centers, get to know what exactly is happening there, the improvements, the challenges are there. Now go back to education, because the county government before was built on 10 pillars. There was education, infrastructure. So I had to really get all this together.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah.
We can see it even here. We'd like to talk about.
Yeah, so this was like this was at Mutwini Hospital.
Mutwini, yes, I've seen that name.
It's a county hospital, that the county government hospital.
So how would you compare the previous management of this county vis-a-vis what we have now?
I really think it will be very early for me to judge, because I mean every government has their own manifesto.
Clever man.
And one thing I know about governments is that you really can't see a lot of change in the first, even actually in the first 5 years. If you really manage to see change, that person has really tried. Because I mean, in government, there's always those procurement. It's a long process to see something really come to life. So
I like that you said it's a long process to see something really come to life.
Yes.
So what keeps you going? What motivates you every day? 2.5 years collecting all that footage. What motivates you? What keeps you going?
One thing, I loved the art. I loved the game. I really must say that, okay, people saying that, oh no, people used to tell me,
yes,
you got a lot of money during that time. I mean, doing all these things, you must be so rich, you know. But then, I mean, I really just loved the aspect, and I wanted to make an impact. One thing I learned about entrepreneurship and business is identifying a need. You have to sit and identify the need and be the solution for that need.
Be the solution for that need.
Then after you be solution for that need, money will follow you. You won't look for money.
All right.
Yes,
so
that's the mistake most entrepreneurs do.
They go chasing the money without thinking about
They get to the business to go look for money first. But your first intention must be, what is the need, what is the gap, what is the problem that is there that I'm going in to solve. Then people are going to fund what you're going to be doing. People will fund the solution. Oh,
people fund the solution. Amazing. So young entrepreneurs out there, identify a problem and be the solution, and people fund the solution.
Yes.
So don't go running just like that.
So again, and because like that you won't get money, you'll start getting frustrated because you won't make money the first few times. So
those are some of the challenges.
Yes.
It takes some time for the business to pick up.
Yes, I really must tell you, I didn't make a lot of money out of. Okay, I made some money, not really a lot, out of this documentary. Yeah. But the moment my name got out there for 2 weeks, people are watching Faraji Kevin production on TV. I had so many clients coming on board after that. So many.
All right.
Most of them are still there till now.
Okay, so this kind of it kind of boosted you kidogo when you decided to break out on your own. Yes. However, I would like to understand from you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Come 2022, where are you going to be?
2022, I think I really want to make sure FK Media International gets out there. It's already out there. People have known me people have seen my journey from when I was back, from when I started at GBS TV. Yes. So I'm glad that most of the people that I even work with are people who have worked with me, who have seen this guy started from this point as a simple media producer in a TV station, and right now he is doing his own thing, running. And so, because one thing about business again is getting referrals. Yes. Someone sees the good work you do, and they hear and they're like, oh no, I know someone. I've had instances where okay, it was an example, a couple like a boyfriend and a girlfriend. The girlfriend had some work to do. Actually, it was just, I think 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to cover a major event for DP Ruto in Eldoret. So she had gotten someone to do the job. So now the boyfriend came in, and because I had worked with the boyfriend before and he saw the work, he told the girlfriend last minute, drop that person. Let me give you Faraji. He's not going to disappoint you. He's going to give the best thing ever. Please drop him. Last minute. So you see, that was because I'd worked with him and the relationship they saw. And I went, I did the job. They were happy.
I like how you've outlined the importance of client relations, how you
Very.
relate with your clients.
Very.
So how do you maintain this good relationship with your clients?
I think it's I learned something. Don't only talk to your clients when it's about business. Sometimes just check out on them. Yeah, I mean, see their pictures, they're like, oh, that shirt looks good. Yeah, I mean, just appreciate them. If you probably meet up in town, you're like, can we have coffee? Yeah, just talk about other things.
So you keep in touch,
Keep in touch.
outside of the business.
Yes, sometimes it's very important. Don't take it. You have to be very professional with that.
Yes.
Yes, because you just make sure that you keep checking on the client. If they're probably having a totally different event and you have some time, you can actually pop in, be with them, probably at a ratio, these things.
Yes.
Be with them, have fun. They kind of start relating with you at a better.
I see.
That client will definitely speak well of you out there.
Yes. Yeah. Now, before we leave, I would just like to make sure I also make some good relations over here. You have a show on KUTV.
I had a show. I think it's still running on KUTV. It's a farming show. It's called Arable Africa. So
Arable Africa.
Yes. So on that show now, you see, because I'm a media producer at the same time, and I've been a presenter for a while. So on that show, I do the presenting part of it, not the production. Someone handles the production.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get camera.
Okay, that's amazing. You seem to be a jack of all trades. A musician, a media producer, a presenter, everything.
Because it all falls under the umbrella of art. And me and art, I dream art, I love art, I totally love art.
Okay, so as a parting shot before we leave, what word of advice do you have to somebody at home who is being told, be a teacher, be what have you, but then here you are, and this is where you've reached. You've even reached the governor's office. How many of you get to the governor's office? Make sure you tell them a parting shot, just as a parting shot, some words of encouragement or advice.
To the camera?
Yes, to the camera.
I think basically the thing is, first of all, look inside your heart, get to know what you really want to do. Be there, identify the need, because in this society, there is a business need everywhere. I mean, someone will open kubrush viatu kwa sababu ana realize kuna watu anapita gapi vina viatu ziko na vumbi. That's a need. So go, first of all, seek to identify the need, be the solution for the need, and people are going to fund the solution. The money will follow you.
I like
so
that.
just go out there, and there's always the fear of how to start. It's always hard to start.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have to think. Well, I will tell you what a mentor told me. The hardest thing to do is to start. The best thing to do is to start, and the best place to start is where you are.
Amazing, amazing. I will not even say anything else after that. But make sure you do catch up with his song Ali Come Through as well on all social media platforms.
Yes.
Nifaraji.
Yes.
Faraji
across Nifaraji across all the media, across all social media
platforms.
Facebook, Nifaraji. Okay, Nifaraji, it was because I used to hiyo jina ilikuja kwa sababu nilikuwa napigia watu simu alafu naambia Nifaraji.
Now at least we know. Now we know.
So it's Nifaraji, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you have that job that you need class of touch, I just holla.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to studio today.
Sana.
All right. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Entrepreneurship Tuesday.